Greetings gang, this is Nick. Welcome to the Gumption channel where we bring you food-related content. Coming right up. Thank you for joining me for this special episode of Gumption Food Related, because I have a chance to visit what used to be a very famous donut shop that was present in the Northwest, Dunkin Donuts. As of 2019, they are no longer here, and based on the person that I spoke to when I was inside this now called Aurora Donuts, it was Dunkin Donuts 25 years ago. So you make the math, 2019 minus 25, so what? 1994 was the last time the sign said Dunkin Donuts. Now it says Aurora Donuts. Now they've been taken over by local shop owners. They come up with their own type of donuts, but honestly, I've never really eaten at Dunkin Donuts to really know what it was like before. So I couldn't really tell you the comparison of what it is then and what it is now. And so really, I'm just gonna, when I went in there and ordered, I made sure that those were the names that I never seen before. So I've ordered two items that stood out to me that I've never seen before. It's the apple crumb and the honey dipped. And because of course I'm such a apple fritter fan, I had to get the apple fritter. It's probably one of my favorite items to get when I go to any donut shop, which is almost not very much. But when I do, I make sure to get an apple fritter. Let's get to the first one, shall we? So what do? Let's get adventurous first though. I'm gonna go ahead and get the honey dipped donut out the way.
Honey dipped, that's the flavor. Okay.
Definitely your conventional donut. It tastes like honey pretty much, and it's pretty straightforward. Not unlike, okay, I only have Krispy Kreme donut as my only point of reference whenever I eat any donuts, because for me, Krispy Kreme donuts has really set a standard. It's really, I've had donuts before Krispy Kreme, and I've had donuts after. And any donuts that I eat will always have to be referred back to Krispy Kreme. I have had donuts. I'm really not a big fan of the doughy type, and I really like the type that melts in your mouth, especially if it's fresh off the fryer or the oven or however it is cooked. Although I can kind of tell it kind of has that homemade feel to it. That's what it is, really. Let me get another bite. Okay. It looks like it's plain old fashioned, but I think having that little honey on the side, like having that little twist to it just gives it a little bit of a variation of what you would get of a plain old donut. So that's pretty decent. And I think, hey, you cannot go wrong with mom pop style shop. So I will definitely give this a pretty good thumbs up. It's really good. If I had 3 thumbs up, I would give one. Only have 2, sorry. And the next one. Apple crumbs. Okay, just from looking at the top of it, I'm not sure what apple crumbs is supposed to be. Let me get like a little bite of this right here. Like, ooh, interesting. So what this is pretty much, ooh, okay. Interesting. Oh wow. The apple crumb. That's an interesting one. Okay, well, this is just a wonderful, and aesthetically it's interesting. It looks like a bunch of, and now I know what it means by apple crumbs. I was taken aback by what was on top. It's actually little bits of fried apples that you can taste from the top. The inside of it has this jelly-like with little chunks, I guess apple crumbs that's mixed in there. This I didn't expect. Never seen that anywhere or any other donuts that I've sold before. And I have to admit that I wasn't as hyped up about Dunkin Donuts from way back then. I don't know if they had it then and I decided to transfer over to this. Maybe it was the new invention by Aurora Donuts. But that little touch right here, it's very interesting. It's very unusual. I've never seen it before. Not even Krispy Kreme has it, so. So basically what it is this. Henry's Donuts has their own donuts that they do, and I enjoy that pretty much, but this is something different. Aurora Donuts had their own, and this one stood out. And like I said, I've said it before in a previous video, I don't like apples in its natural state. I like apples when they're processed like that, and I'm not sure what to think of that, but it's pretty good. Last but not least, like I said, I'm a huge apple fritter fan. Upon first glance at this, the glazing is what catches my attention. Of course, because by the time I bought this was pretty late in the afternoon. Best bet for any donuts, regardless of whether it's Krispy Kreme or a local donut shop, make sure it's early in the morning. So, of course, by the time I got there, it wasn't as fresh as it could be. So here goes. This is a huge deal. Apple fritter, my favorite of all time. Okay. Definitely, the homemade feel is there. And for some reason, it really kind of reminds me of Cinnabon style. I'm not sure if this is entirely apple fritter. Didn't feel like it. Sorry. This is okay. It's still good, but I have a feeling I'm eating like something from Cinnabon, like it's cinnamon taste. I think that's what it is, right? It's apple fritter has cinnamon to it, correct? Just the apple just didn't really stand out for me. I tried to like it. It was okay. It was still good, but I was hoping for a little bit more of that apple. I think the cinnamon taste kind of overtook this donut in particular. Well, you know what? Maybe I should. Let's try another bite. Yeah. I mean, it's still good, but sorry, the apple just is virtually non-existent. If you're in the neighborhood, Aurora Donuts is a pretty a worthwhile place to go and visit. Just look for the ones, if you're feeling adventurous, look for the ones whose names you've never seen before. Just like many of my items, all throughout this whole channel that I've done, pick an item whose names you cannot pronounce, or you've never seen before. You're bound to be very adventurous, and I mean, what's life if you just stay within your comfort zone, right? So I had a chance to finish the donuts and really had an opportunity to ponder over what I thought of the donuts. I think overall the donuts were pretty good. Apple Crumbs was really good because the texture and the jelly that was inside of it is something I've never seen before. When you bite into it, it's really lives up to the name. It's supposed to be apple crumbs, and it's had to be interesting how they took a bunch of real apples and how they put it into these little crumbs. That's really interesting. Not just on the inside, but also at the top, which I thought was pretty creative and something I've never seen before. Or maybe I haven't eaten enough donuts, but one of those. Either way, good experience because I've never seen it before. The other donuts, the donut I tried, honey glazed or honey dipped. It looks like a fashion donut with a bit of honey taste to it. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent if you want to provide a little variation to your plain old donuts. Last but not least, the apple fritter. I thought overall it was pretty good, but I think the cinnamon taste, as I mentioned, overtook the apple taste. I think the apples were virtually non-existent. It was still good, but I wish they had a little bit more apple to it. So I'll probably say to this day, Krispy Kreme's version of the apple fritter still is my personal favorite. Okay, so enough about my experience. I'd like to know about yours. Have you eaten at Aurora Donuts before, or better yet, have you eaten at Dunkin Donuts before? Maybe you can share your experience down in the comment section below. Tell me what your favorite donut is, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about Dunkin Donuts. Let's get a conversation going in the comment section below. Well, that concludes our video. If you enjoyed it, click on that like button and share it with one of your friends. And if you want to see future videos, subscribe to our channel and click on that bell icon so you too can become a member of that notification gang. We upload a new video every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and many blessings.